When it comes to content creation, the most challenging part is coming up with ideas for your content. What do you talk about on your Instagram channel? How do you engage your audience on YouTube? What kind of blogs should you be writing? If you've been wondering about all these things, then this video is for you. In this video, we're going to show a simple 3-step approach that will help you in coming up with killer content ideas for your target audience. The approach that we cover in this video is followed by some of the best Instagram and YouTube influencers in the fitness industry. So make sure that you watch this video to the very end. What's up you guys? This is Josh from Trainer Fu. On this channel, we share videos that will help grow your in-person and online fitness business. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon, and that way you won't miss any videos that can help you succeed. Alright guys, so let's talk about content. Now, if you've tried your hands at marketing before, you would probably have stumbled across this phrase: content is king. Now, with all due respect to the experts who came up with this quote, I would like to differ a bit. I would say content is not the real king. Your business is the real king. It doesn't matter how good your content, ideas really are if they don't help grow your fitness business, isn't it? Now, this may sound obvious, so obvious and simple, but trust me, I have seen hundreds of personal trainers fall into the trap of creating content just for content's sake, but their content fails to deliver results for their business. They are not able to build engagement with their audience. They are not able to grow their following. And ultimately, they are not able to get paying clients. You see, the real true purpose of your content strategy should be to take your prospects from where they currently are to a point where they feel confident to buy from you. And in order to do that, your content needs to do 3 things. Number 1, it needs to deliver value to your followers. Only when you deliver value with your content, you would get your prospects to follow you. Without value, why would anyone follow you? And if they don't follow you, how would you convince them to buy from you? So make sure that whatever content you create, it's super valuable for your audience. Moving on to number 2, your content needs to create demand for your services. This is super important because most of your audience won't even know if they need what you sell. It's the responsibility of your content to make them realize that your product and services can help them. And once they realize that you can help them, it becomes fairly easier to convert them into paying clients. And finally, number 3, your content should build a personal bond with your audience and make them comfortable with the idea of working with you. You see, personal training is not like some other services where you hardly meet with your clients. It is far easier for a prospect to become your client if they like you personally. And your content can do the job of building that personal attachment. Now, if your content fulfills all these objectives, it will produce great results for your business. But if it misses out on even one of them, it will produce pretty average returns. So in this next part of the video, we will teach each of these objectives and see how to come up with content ideas that will meet these objectives. So let's get rolling. Part 1, deliver amazing value by driving real transformation. Now, everyone knows the importance of creating valuable content. The more valuable your content is, the more people will choose to follow you, and more quickly your business will grow. But the real question is, how do you create content that is more valuable? You see, your prospects are consuming your content because they want to achieve a goal. Your content should help them quickly and easily achieve that goal, so that they can get the transformation that they are so badly after. Now, to create such content, you need to define the transformation that they are looking for by answering 3 basic questions. Number 1, who is looking for this transformation? By this, I mean, who is your ideal client? Number 2, where are these clients right now? What is their current situation? And number 3, where do they really want to go? What is their end goal? For your marketing to succeed, it's important that you get the answers to these questions. Now, getting answers to these questions is relatively easier if you have already figured out your niche and ideal client profile. And in case you haven't, do check out our video on how to find the right niche for your business. Link in the description below. Alright, once you've defined your transformation and niche, the next step is to identify 4 to 5 content pillars. You can think of a pillar as an area in the life of your ideal client that needs to be fixed in order to get them the results that they really want. For example, if you're helping busy professionals to lose weight, then your pillars could be workout, nutrition, habits, mindset, traveling, and so on. Defining these pillars will help you in setting the direction of your content strategy. Moving on to the final step, which is breaking down each content pillar into sub-pillars. Think of sub-pillars as a list of steps that you would take to deliver the benefits of a pillar to your clients. For example, you could break down the nutrition pillar into macros calculation, meal planning, recipes, grocery shopping, calorie counting, restaurant eating, and so on. To make your content strategy great, I recommend that you come up with at least 5 to 7 sub-pillars for each pillar category. Now you can consider each pillar and sub-pillar to be a topic category, which means that if you define 4 to 5 pillars and 5 to 7 sub-pillars per pillar, you should be able to come up with roughly 25 to 35 topic categories, which should give you a really great head start. Right, now we are finally ready to discuss some juicy content topics that you can create around these topic categories. Let's start with number 1, mistakes. These type of posts highlight the common mistakes your followers make when they accomplish a task. These types of posts are good at grabbing the reader's attention, as they create what I call a curiosity gap. Your readers want to know what the common mistakes are, and whether they are guilty of any of them. Here's one good example of a mistake post. 9 seemingly healthy foods that are actually bad for you. A health-conscious reader would definitely want to know what those are. Moving on to number 2, myths. These type of posts address commonly held beliefs that are actually inaccurate, and may even be harmful to your client and their goals. Just like the mistakes post, they grab the reader's curiosity. For example, how fat-free foods are actually making you gain more weight. Since this is quite a counterintuitive post, readers who are actually looking to lose weight are actually more likely to click on it. Number 3, how-tos and tips. These type of posts are informational that teach your followers how to accomplish their goals. Here's an example, 5 easy meal planning tips. These types of posts attract people who are looking for guidance and want to self-correct their lifestyle or fitness choices. Number 4, examples, case studies for interviews. These types of content both educate and inspire audiences to take action. They can learn from real-life examples of other people who have achieved amazing results, which in turn can give them a boost of inspiration to get started, or keep them motivated to reach their own goals. Example, how Melanie lost 25 pounds while extensively travelling for 3 months. Number 5, common objections. These types of posts are the most common excuses or objections that you hear from clients when you ask them to change their lifestyle. You know the ones like, the price is too high, I don't get enough time, it's not for me, and so on. These types of posts do an amazing job of breaking all the big misconceptions that prospects commonly have inside their head, and nudge them to see the alternative side of things. Now, if you want to expand the topic beyond these 5 topic categories, you can also talk more about tools and services that your prospects can use to achieve their goals, or cover any current news in their topic of interest. So the point here is that if you spend a little time here, you should be able to easily come up with 5 to 10 content topics for each topic category. Now, let's do some quick math. If you can come up with 30 topic categories, which we also call our pillars or sub-pillars, and draft 10 content topics for each topic category using the above approach, you can come up with as much as 300 unique and valuable content topics. And mind you, we're just getting started. Now, so far, we saw how you can create content that delivers transformation to your prospects. This type of content is really important to keep your prospects engaged and grow your following. But remember, you're running a business, not a charity. In this part of the video, we will look into the types of content that you will need to create to generate real sales. Now, before we jump into that, it's important to understand that any prospect that becomes your paying client will go through 4 levels of awareness. Level 1, they have a problem. but they don't know that a solution exists for their problems. Level 2, they're aware of a solution, but they don't know about your solution. Level 3, they're aware of your solution, but don't know if it's the right solution for them. And level 4, they know your solution is the right one, but they're waiting for the right situation or the right deal. Now, the goal of your content strategy should be to quickly move your prospects through these awareness levels and convert them into a paying customer. The faster you're able to move them through these levels, the more sales that you'll be able to close. Alright, so now let's look at what type of content ideas you need to generate for each awareness level. Level 1. The content ideas on this level bring attention to the problem your prospects are facing, that you can solve with your services. Here's one great example of level 1 content ideas. You can get rid of your back pain even if you have a sedentary job. Moving on to number 2. Now, at this level, your prospects know that there's a solution to their problem, but they're not aware of your solution. Your goal here is to create content that highlights the shortcomings of other solutions that your prospects might be using or evaluating. For example, why doing YouTube workouts could be hurting instead of helping you. Level 3. At this level, your prospects know that your solution exists, but they're not sure if it's the right one for them. There are 3 types of content that really help move prospects to the next level. Success stories of your past clients, positive reviews, your unique selling proposition that tells them how your solution is different from the rest of your competitors. And finally, level 4. At this level, your prospects have already committed to working with you, but they're still waiting for the right time. The content here should help motivate them to take the final step and become your paying client. Some examples of level 4 content could be limited time offers, bonus content, exclusive discount, and so on. Alright, moving on to part 3, content topics that build the like factor. Now, if you follow popular social media experts on Facebook or Instagram, you might have noticed that they often share their personal lives on these platforms. Have you ever wondered why they share their personal lives, even though it doesn't deliver value to their audience? Well, the answer is simple. Before your prospects invest in you, they'll try to figure out 2 things. What is it like to work with you? Will they be able to relate to you? They are trying to subconsciously identify what they have in common with you, and whether they would feel comfortable sitting down and sharing a beer with you. Now, when it comes to building likability, there are 2 types of content that do really well. Number 1, shared identities. Now, all of us have many identities. We can be any combination of the following: parents, dog or cat lovers, environmentalists, amateur chefs, entrepreneurs, nature lovers, and so on. Now, you might have noticed that it's easy to be friends with people with whom you share common identities. You need to apply the very same principles with your clients. You need to come up with a few identities that you're most likely to share with your ideal client, and use them to show your personal side on social media. For example, if you're a parent, and so is your ideal client, then share photos and funny stories of your kids, as well as your thoughts and struggles as a parent. Remember, it's okay to be vulnerable. That's what makes you a real person. If you will keep sharing this type of content on a regular basis, your clients will feel a personal connection with you, which will bring them one step closer to becoming your loyal client. Now, I would like to highlight one important point here. When you do this exercise, it's very important that you be authentic. People are very good at sensing insincerity, and it's hard to get away with it as well. It can also be mentally exhausting to keep up the facade, so be as real as possible. Do not worry about not being perfect. No one is perfect. In fact, your imperfection is what makes you relatable. Alright, moving on to the second type of content that will build likability, which is behind the scenes activities. This type of content lets your prospects experience what it's like working with you. You can easily create this type of content by sharing photos or videos of you working out with your clients, your studio or gym and the people you work with, your victories and other happy moments with your clients, even your working schedule. The best part about this type of content is that they are really great for short-lived content like Instagram and Facebook stories. They're easy to produce and don't need to be edited to become perfect looking. Alright, we've covered a lot in this video, and trust me when I say this, if you followed all the steps that we outlined in this video, you will have content ideas that can last for the next year. But I don't want you to go gangbusters producing content ideas without producing any actual content. Use this method to come up with content ideas for the next 1 to 2 months at max, but keep revisiting and adding more ideas as they pop into your head. I strongly recommend you choose an easily accessible place where you can keep a live list of all your content ideas. I personally find that Google Docs works great. But no matter which platform you choose, it's important that you can quickly access your idea file wherever you are. Once you practice, you will notice that new ideas will pop into your head at the most unexpected times and places, and they disappear pretty quickly too. Having all your content in an app like Google Docs or Evernote or Notion is really handy, because it's always just a few taps away. I hope that you're now convinced that creating great content topics doesn't have to be an overwhelming process that requires lots of time or ingenuity. All you need to do is understand your audience's most important needs and use those insights to generate ideas for pieces of content. By having a list of content ideas always ready, and by being creative with the approach, you save yourself time and energy, and you'll be able to produce great content as and when you need it. Alright, so if you have any questions on this topic, please drop them in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer them quickly. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and happy training.